Welcome back to my channel. Today is a bright and early Saturday morning. I do have a lot on my plate today, but I don't mind doing it all because this is the kind of life I signed for, and I'm grateful to God for it every single day. Now, as usual, baby is already set. She is enjoying the time of her life down there. I don't know if you guys can see her. I think she wants to learn how to crawl. She has been grabbing on everything her hands can hold. It makes me so happy to see my baby growing and to see the milestones she is hitting month by month. I don't know when this video will be up, but as of today, in the next, I think, 4 days, my baby will be making 4 freaking months. How did we get here? Right now, she can sit assisted, not on her own. She can sit assisted on her own for about a few seconds before she topples over or falls over. And then assisted, she can really sit, and she loves to sit. Every time you carry her like an infant, she tries to stand up and sit up, and that makes me very, very happy. She is putting in that effort, and it's very much appreciated. Anyway, back to what I have to do for the day. So today I'm supposed to go attend a partnership meeting at church. I have not been in a church community for the longest time possible. I think ever since COVID time, I have not served in church physically. Now, I do go to church almost every Sunday or every other Sunday. Whenever I can on Sunday, I do go to church. But when I have not been able to, I do attend online service. So I'm excited to go attend the partnership meeting today and stay around church community members, build a community at church, and then also see where I can serve, because I have not served, like I've told you guys, for the longest time possible. I've actually served in the choir before, and I've also served in ushering. Those are the 2 places I have served at church. And ever since COVID hit, even long before COVID, I think ever since I started going to campus, I lost time, or I just lost track of everything, and I stopped serving at church because I couldn't find the time to go there and be a part of everything. At least that is the excuse I gave myself back then. And so ever since then, I have not served in church, and I have been asking God to put it upon my heart to find a church community that I can serve in, that I can serve with. Now, the church where I go to is Fanero International Ministries. It is big. Yeah, it is big. It is established. It is everything. So I just didn't want to go in there and place myself somewhere without the leading of the Holy Spirit, if that makes sense. So I decided to wait on God. However much I wanted to serve, I just didn't know where to start from, because church is super big and already established. You just can't go in and be somewhere. It has a structure, it's organized. And so I just told God, I was like, I'm gonna wait on you, and when you're ready, I'll be ready. And then when they talked of this partnership meeting, I remember like 2 years ago, I had just lost my brother then. He had gone to be with the Lord in heaven. And so I received this invitation for the partnership meeting. But because I wasn't in my right stable mind, I was grieving, I was mourning. I remember that is the day we actually laid him to rest. When I received that message, I looked at it and I just didn't think anything of it, because I was not in the right mental state, like I've already said. And so I just bashed it away and put it aside. I didn't reply it, I didn't say anything, I just kept quiet. Now, I think to the people that sent me that message, they were like, maybe she's not interested. And ever since then, I never received any other invitation. Now, I didn't really think of it at the moment, but as time went on and as I was asking God where to serve in the church and everything, it came back to me, and I had that voice telling me, do you remember that partnership message? That was where you were supposed to serve. That was where you were supposed to be. And so I did wait for another partnership message, but I never received one. Of late at church, they've been talking about this partnership meeting, partnership meeting, partnership meeting. And so I told myself, should I just go without the invitation message and then just tell them the whole story of why I'm here? Or do they even mind if you go there? Do they check and all that? And so I told myself, I'm going to go since it's an open invitation, like they've announced it at church that there's a partnership meeting. And so I'm thinking it's an open invitation, and because it's an open invitation, I am going to go. Therein is how God is going to start fixing me into service, like how I had already asked him to. So do you guys see how intentional God is? Do you guys see how organized our Father is? Do you guys see how God just does everything right when you leave it in his hands, when you let go and let God? So that is the whole thing anyway. That is the whole point. I'm excited to be at church. I'm excited to be in this community. Of course, baby is coming with me, because where I will be, my baby will be by all means. Yeah, and I'm also excited to carry you guys along. Of course, I'll not film at church, but I will be filling you guys in on everything. You never know, you're out there and you want to start serving and you don't know where to begin from. I hope this story inspires you. Like I was saying, I hope this story inspires you and you let go and let God. Anyway, also, you guys, my Bible study has been crazy. I have been having the wildest, if that is a word, meditations of my heart. Let me just read for you guys one thing that stood out to me today. I am still in the book of Psalms, but today the Spirit led me to the book of Matthew, and that is what I read and meditated upon today. Actually, the Spirit did lead me to read the whole chapter 6, which talks about how to pray. When you pray, lock yourself in secret. Don't do it in the open, for there is no reward for that. But your Father that sees you pray in the secret is the one that will reward you openly, same as fasting. Also, when you fast, don't let your face be sad for people to know that you're fasting. Anoint yourself with oil, be happy, and then the Lord that knows that you are fasting will definitely reward you for it. So what stood out to me after all that is this part that says, it's in Matthew chapter 6 verses 17. When thou fastest, anoint thy head and wash thy face, that thou appear not unto men to fast, but unto the Father which is in secret, and thy Father which sees in secret shall reward thee openly. Like I already told you guys that part. Then the one that I really loved, that touched me, that I actually resonated with so well, was verse 19, that actually says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth. The reason that's why I'm laughing is because I can relate with this so well. There's a point in time where I thought that laying treasures on this earth was everything, until it so happened to me that my biggest treasure that I had laid for myself, a thief just came and took it, and I was shattered to the core. That is why I'm laughing. But listen to what the Bible says about that. The Bible says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust can corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Don't lay yourselves treasures on the earth, where thieves will break through and steal. It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Okay? So lay yourselves treasures in heaven, where a thief cannot steal, neither can a moth corrupt. And then it says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. I don't know what you guys think treasure is in this clause, but to me, I feel like what you spend time with is what you actually treasure, because where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. If you are spending time building treasures on this earth, collecting materialistic things, there your heart will be also. And the Bible has said that those things, the thief can just come and steal. But when you spend your time building yourself, building your spirit, yielding to the word, creating the best environment for yourself, for your children, doing the Lord's work, that your heart will be also. And just like that, that stood out to me. I thought I would share with you guys because it was funny, because I would relate and resonate with it. Anyway, I'm so hungry at the moment, so let's go make some breakfast. Just made breakfast. Everything looks super yummy. I cannot wait to dig in. What's in here is just oatmeal. Now how I prep my oatmeal is super easy. I just let it soak so it can make oatmeal milk as well. Since I do not have any plant-based milk and I'm lactose intolerant, I cannot do dairy or it's gonna mess my digestion and my belly. So I just let my oatmeal soak in the water so it can form that oatmeal milk. After a few minutes, about 30 minutes, I'll then put it on the stove. It will boil. I'll then add peanut butter and sugar to thicken it up and to add more flavor, making it super thick and nice just as it is. And then the toppings are super optional, but I'm extra. I do need some fruits in my oatmeal for the extra fiber. And so for my toppings and for my fruits, I have apples. I also do have grapes. I have blueberries as well. And finally, I do have some coconut flakes for that extra coconut flavor and some granola as well. Time to dig in because your girl is hungry. First bite for you guys. And then me, the peanut butter does the trick every other time. And for my postpartum moms that are exclusively breastfeeding and want to increase their breast milk, try this combo oatmeal and you hydrate. You will thank me later. Every time I have oatmeal and then keep on hydrating the whole day, I do have enough milk for the baby, and the milk is super creamy. It's just not milk like the watery one. It is super creamy and filling to the baby. And so I'm gonna just enjoy this breakfast and catch up with you guys later. Not gonna lie, after that breakfast I wasn't productive at all. I just had a bit of a playtime with the baby until she fell asleep, and right after that I also took a mini nap and I was just watching some YouTube here and there. I also did do laundry earlier today, so just getting the clothes out and everything, getting ready, putting myself in the mood to be ready to be out of the house. So I later then showered, of course, got myself all nice and clean. As you can see, the outfit is all nice and changed. This is going to be my outfit for church. I decided to go with a sleeveless dress because it is so hot outside. The sun is roasting, not even scorching, but roasting. I can't, it's too hot. And so I decided to just carry the sleeveless dress, and of course it's easy for me to pop out the boob in case the baby is hungry and she needs to feed. So yeah, just this is the full outfit, how the dress actually looks like on me. It's long up to down, and then I'm going to do some sandals below it. I'm also going to dress baby up, and then we order our Uber and we shall be on our way out. Just finished getting baby girl ready, put her in her little cute two-piece outfit. I'm going to show you guys. She's so cute in it, super floral and colorful. I love it for her. I'm just nursing her right now to make sure she is all nice and fed, so by the time we go out of the house and reach the venue. She is all nice, super quiet and good to go. Baby girl all nice and full, very fed. I want to show you guys her cute outfit. Hold up. This is what her outfit looks like. A cute little two-piece set. Anyway, our Uber is here. Let us go out and catch you guys later. It is actually the next day. I was just here getting ready for the day, and then I recalled that I did not close out yesterday's vlog. We came back tired. Baby girl was super fussy. She was cranky. She just wanted to sleep. We came back very late, past her bedtime, because we found a lot of traffic. We were stuck in traffic for a while, so by the time we reached home, my girl was not having it. She cried, she was cranky and all those other things, and so I had to give her the attention first. Made sure to shower her, put her to bed, and because it was already past her bedtime and she was super tired, she even failed to go to sleep. She struggled to sleep, you guys. I stayed there with her until I just couldn't, so that dad stayed there with her while I went to whip her some nice dinner. I made dinner. It was very delicious. We enjoyed it, and then off he went up country to check on our up country projects. Anyway, I also want to tell you guys what happened at the partnerships meeting, because I know some of you are curious and want to know how it actually went down. Just putting on my everyday jewelry, putting myself together, because it helps me just feel like I'm ready for that day. Here is everything that happened at the partnerships meeting that I went to yesterday. First things first, I found worship ongoing because again the traffic was insane. Not so insane, I actually made it on time, and we found worship ongoing. It was really nice, serene as usual. And then after the worship, we had the COO, Chief Operations Officer, made a presentation where he shared with us everything that happens at church. He talked about the achievements. When I talk about the achievements, I mean like how many souls we won. You know, like for example, this year the target was 100,000 souls, and they won over 100,000 plus. Like that, they had excesses, so that was a very big achievement, and every other thing in between. Of course, he also talked about different church projects like acquiring church land, building church, and all those other things. He also talked about the donations, how generous people at church are, and how much they are giving into the different church projects that are going on. He also talked about prison ministry, how many souls have been won in prison. That's also an achievement, by the way. He also talked about Manifest Television, which is basically the branch off of the main Phaneroo International Ministries. And then he talked about how many live stream centers they are putting up and all that to make the gospel accessible to those other people that cannot come to church physically. By the way, he also talked about the boutique wedding or the mass wedding that was held. That was also an achievement. After that, we had the finance lady who came and talked everything numbers, how much went into this, how much went into that, how much the church spends in the different church projects, different church activities, and everything all together, the progress in people's giving, the numbers in tithes, in offerings, and everything, all that stuff. Talk numbers. The finance lady was there to give it to us. And finally, we had the word. What stood out to me, according to what the man of God talked about while he was preaching, was the fact that service does not have proximity. For you to serve God, you don't have to limit it to proximity. He meant, what I understood was that you don't have to be at church to serve God. You can serve God outside church through different other ways, you know. So for some of us who are hard on ourselves because maybe you can't find time to go to church or stuff like that, do not be hard on yourself. You can serve God even when you are not at church physically. So service is not limited to proximity. And then he also mentioned that the reward is equal. We all get the same reward. He gave an example. For instance, when I come to preach, I preach to all of you the same. We are in the same church, we're in the same pulpit, everything is the same. So the reward is the same. What may not be the same is the measure of the reward, but the reward itself is the same. And yeah, so many other things. They prayed for us and all that, and we were very happy. I met a few friends, of course. Time to socialize, interact, and all that. And yeah, just like that, the partnership meeting went well, and I was happy and glad that I had that word because my heart was at peace. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here, give you guys an update, and also close out the vlog. See you guys in the next one. Bye.